Dad tried to sell my simple code to Apple. Then their servers demanded my private key. The Apple Park conference room looked exactly like every tech documentary I'd ever seen. Clean white furniture, glass walls with views of Cupertino, and 12 executives in black turtlenecks and expensive jeans around a massive table. My father stood at the front in a new suit, presenting on a huge screen to people who controlled more money than some countries. I watched from my Seattle apartment, 380 miles away, on a laptop streaming a feed I'd quietly accessed. 2 days earlier, Dad had sent me the meeting link with just one line: "Big presentation at Apple. Wish me luck." No details. We had barely spoken in 3 years. "What we're offering today," Dad said confidently, "is a revolutionary server optimization algorithm." My daughter, brilliant, Stanford PhD, built the core code, but she's academic, not business-minded. She doesn't grasp scaling. That's where I step in. He clicked to slides showing my system architecture. Now labeled Morrison Optimization Protocol V20, enterprise ready. It cuts server response time by 47% and energy use by 32%. Tested across platforms, stable, scalable, ready now, Apple servers could save $800 million a year. Sarah Tremaine, Apple's SVP of Internet Services, leaned forward. IP is completely clean. No university claims, no co-developers, no licenses. Completely clean, Dad answered. She developed it independently. I hold all commercial rights. Exclusive license to Apple, $2.4 billion, full docs, 5 years support. My hands shook so badly I had to put my coffee down. That basic starter code he was selling was 4 years of my life, my complete, working doctoral project, funded partly by NSF grants in 3 companies: Microsoft, AWS, Oracle, that got non-exclusive licenses in return. Those deals meant I could never sell exclusive rights without breaking contracts. On screen, an executive asked for a live demo. Dad shared his screen, clicked run. 3 seconds later, authentication required, master developer key not found. Dad tried again, same error. Technical glitch, he said, voice steady. Let me show yesterday's results. Sarah cut him off. We need live execution, non-negotiable for $2.4 billion. I opened my real control panel. The system Dad was demoing ran on my secure servers under my credentials. He only had read access to docs and test data I'd shared last year. Logs showed he'd viewed files 147 times in 6 weeks, copying everything except the part that let him actually run it. My phone buzzed. Jason, my brother. When's Dad closing the Apple deal? Yacht party next weekend. 200 guests, you coming? Dad pulled up screenshots. Another executive, not screenshots, run it live. Dad started explaining again. My phone rang, Apple's number. Doctor. Myra Morrison, Catherine Wells, Apple's senior counsel. We're in the meeting. Your father gave us your contact. Can you help verify the system? I can help, I said, but first you should know, my father does not own commercial rights. I do. He has no authority to sell it. Silence. Then can you hold? I watched Catherine whisper to Sarah. Sarah's face turned cold. Catherine returned. Can you join us now? We need to clarify IP immediately. 30 seconds later, I was on the official Zoom, in my Stanford hoodie, facing 12 executives and my pale father. Sarah spoke carefully. Your father claims he owns commercial rights to this algorithm. Can you clarify? I developed it over 4 years for my Stanford PhD, I said. Sole author of every line. It's non-exclusively licensed to Microsoft, AWS, and Oracle. They funded research. Those contracts forbid exclusive grants to anyone else. The room went dead quiet. My father has no technical role, no ownership, no permission to negotiate. Dad tried. Myra, this is a misunderstanding. We talked about commercializing it. You agreed. One conversation last March, I cut in. You asked what I was working on. I told you. I mentioned the 3 licenses. I never authorized you to sell, especially exclusive rights that break my contracts. Sarah to Dad. Did you disclose the existing licenses with Microsoft, AWS? Oracle, those are just research partnerships, Dad stammered. They're commercial licenses, I said, sharing the contracts on screen. Microsoft pays $400K year, AWS $350K, Oracle $275K. All prohibit exclusive deals without consent. Plus, NSF grant rules require federal review for exclusive commercialization. Your $2.4 billion proposal violates federal law, Catherine typed furiously. Sarah, voice like ice. You tried to sell us exclusive rights to technology you don't own, already licensed to 3 competitors and restricted by federal grants. Correct, Dad. Miscommunication. Myra doesn't understand business. I understand perfectly, I said. I've earned over $1 million a year licensing it for 2 years. I have no interest in exclusive sales, even if it were legal. The VP of Cloud Infrastructure spoke. Dr. Morrison, can you demonstrate it works? I entered my 256-character master key, mine alone, and ran the simulation. Real-time server optimization appeared, 47% faster responses, 32% less power. 90 seconds of perfect performance. Everyone watched in silence. As you see, I finished, the technology is exactly as described. The only issue is my father has no authorization to run or sell it. Sarah closed her folder. Mr. Morrison, meeting over. Legal will review your statements for fraud. Do not contact Apple again. Security escorted him out within minutes. Sarah to me, would you discuss non-exclusive licensing with us, respecting your existing deals? Yes, I said. Catherine would send contact info. Call ended, my phone blew up. Jason, what the fuck, you sabotaged Dad's deal. Dad, call immediately. You destroyed something incredible out of spite. Mom, your brother called, what's happening? I ignored them and checked logs. Dad had copied every document, benchmark, diagram, even parts of my public NSF proposal, carefully omitting license restrictions. He'd pitched the same, exclusive story to Google, Meta, and IBM over 8 months. None closed, but all confirmed the approach. Apple's legal team later told me they were investigating him for fraud and attempted IP theft. FBI's Economic Crimes Unit opened a federal case, wire fraud, amount over $1 million. Dad's lawyer argued good faith family misunderstanding and implied permission. It didn't hold. My name was on every patent license log. His appeared nowhere relevant. He took a plea, 2 years probation, $150,000 restitution, my legal fees plus company costs, permanent ban on claiming rights to my work. Jason's last message, hope you're proud. You destroyed Dad over a computer program. I blocked him. Mom called once. He's still your father. This is vindictive. He tried to steal 4 years of my work for $2.4 billion, I said. She never called again. Apple licensed non-exclusively, $800,000 year plus bonuses. Clean, professional deal. My total annual licensing income now, $2.3 million, version 3 in progress. 6 more companies interested. 18 months, no contact with Dad or Jason. Dad sends occasional guilt emails or empty threats. I archive unread. Jason wrote a 3-page apology letter last month, said he'd left Dad, got a real job, regretted going along. I read it once, filed it away. Some relationships don't break in one moment. They break when that moment finally shows you who the person has always been. Dad didn't suddenly become someone who would sell my work. He always was. I just built something valuable enough to make it undeniable. My algorithm now runs on servers across 4 continents. Every efficiency, every saving, that's my 4 years of work. The servers asked for my key because only I have it, only I built it, and that's exactly how it will stay. Thank you for watching my story. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and press the bell icon. Stay tuned for more real-life stories, get more experiences.